We're going to get right into it. This is, I think, a heavily requested class, something that many people are going to be needing to know, especially if this is their first experience going through a bull run. They've held on through this accumulation, bare, boring phase of crypto, and now when profits are beginning to kick in, what do you do with those profits? There's a lot of things to consider. Toby and I have been able to navigate bull runs in the past, I think quite successfully. Not to toot our own horn, but we are happy to pass on whatever we have learned in that journey onto you guys. If you're new to crypto and you want to keep this going, you want to keep using your profits to actually earn you more income, here are some ways, really easy ways. Crypto is a beautiful thing, and it makes it actually pretty easy. Yeah. Consider using your profits to establish one or more streams of passive income. Staking coins make this quite easy. You just lock up your coins, easy. Especially look for the coins. I did a class on staking coins. I definitely encourage you to check that out if you're interested. Yeah, look for coins that you can keep on your ledger, keep in your possession. I wouldn't recommend staking coins on exchanges just because of the whole custodianship thing and risk involved with that. But it's a beautiful way to hold on, to literally have your money working for you, getting a payout every day, some are multiple times a day, taking those profits and either, compounding it upon yourself so you're earning even more profits, even more staking rewards, or like what we do, we take half of our staking rewards and we use that to dollar cost average into other positions or to invest in like super speculative coins. And then we take the other half and we compound that into our position for that staking coin. So we earn even more over time.
So people have constantly been asking us, how do you afford all the
how do
dips?
You keep getting into the
dips?
How
do you keep buying these dips? They think we're lying or something. I'm like, guys, we get paid
that many
daily.
That, is there?
Yeah, a ton of people. And so
they haven't figured out staking coins yet.
Yeah, okay. So like, because when Heidi posts like, we're buying the dip or whatever, people are like, bull crap, you don't have that cash flow. I'm like, yeah, every day we get paid from either 7 of our 8 or different.
And it doesn't have to be huge amounts either. If you're just dollar cost averaging, you're just constantly accumulating more of
especially if you're investing in a coin like we've been putting out with a market cap of $5 to $10 million. That's nothing. Yeah. We're talking, we're investing for, potential $1 billion market caps. So that's a huge amount of gains that you can potentially have off of a small amount of money.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So we especially, I know those of you who have been in the CT club for the past 2 or 3 months, there's been a lot of trade alerts happening of these super speculative coins we've been getting into in the DeFi space. So when you're thinking about your strategy for taking profits, when that time comes, I highly suggest that you either take out your initial investment or you maybe exit the position altogether if you're really not sure about that coin. But exit the coins that are your highest speculative holdings, the riskiest coins that you're holding. If you see a profit, I suggest taking it while you can. Take advantage of that opportunity. Trader Zen says, please explain dollar cost average. That basically means you set a budget, whatever works for you according to your cash flow, and you set a budget where it's every day, every week, every month, every 2 months, however often it constantly is for you. And you slowly accumulate your position in whatever coin that you'd like. So then this way you're not really concentrating on the micro trends of the price. You're just buying it no matter what. And typically you do this for coins that you understand the fundamentals of, that you are planning on holding for long term. Because again, you're not worried about the minute price movements. You're really looking at the long term for dollar cost averaging.
Yeah, and Dave D says, don't worry about the price.
Exactly. And it works on the way you can dollar cost in. Ideally, it's something we've been preaching on Twitter and on YouTube for so long is dollar cost averaging when it's boring. And then when the bull run comes in, you got to switch your mindset, and you can dollar cost average out, which is fun. You can take out $500 or whatever you've decided. We'll talk about this as well later on, but that's also how you can not worry about trying to time the top of the market or necessarily the price, because as it's growing, you're taking out a dollar value out, not a coin value out. So you're taking out less and less coin as the price goes up. If you're trying to decide which coins to take profit from, again, I would suggest considering your positions in the most risky speculative coins first. You should have a relatively small initial investment in those coins anyway, because they were so risky. Hopefully you didn't put too much money in. Once you see them pump, this is where you should take profits from. Another question?
Encrypted. Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
As staking could really become interesting, especially if Ethereum rises to another price level, then it could be a nice income. With Bitcoin, that's not so easy, right? BlockFi.
Okay, so with BlockFi, you're going to need a lot of money. You're going to need a crap ton of money to actually make a dent.
And they are custodians of your coins. You are giving them your coins. Yeah. By the way.
We aren't doing that.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I don't think it's worth it.
The profit, the amount of time you'd have to hold it in BlockFi with the profit you'd be seeing, and the fact that they're holding it for you, I'm not a fan. But it works for some people, especially if they're looking for some form of, even if it's a tiny passive income, they're looking for it and they're going to be holding it anyway. You're going to have to be relying on BlockFi to give it back to you. But
And now about the Ethereum staking. Okay, so I think from what I've read, you have to stake it for a minimum of like, gosh, I think a year or so, or a year and a half or something like that. And that's really dangerous. If you hold it, if your coins are staked and locked up for a year and a half during like the height of a bull, I mean,
yeah, opportunity.
You got to watch out. So
that's a very important thing to understand too.
So what we're doing was we are going to stake half our Ethereum, and then we're going to let the other half ride.
Yeah.
Without being staked, it's not worth it. I'd rather use that other half and go ahead and take out profit from there. But the other half is our definite core position, and it doesn't matter what the price does, no matter if it drops or whatever. So we're just going to have a living off of that.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to deciding how much of your crypto you should take when you want to cash out or whatever, a common tactic is to take out your initial investment. Keep in mind, it's the initial dollar amount that you invested. You take that amount out and put that into either a staking coin, which obviously we are huge proponents of. Or if you're still, during a bull run, also, it is easy to find coins that are pumping. So let's say you want to take out your initial investment from one coin that has already seen some price appreciation, take those profits or that initial investment, keep what you have profited there, and then take that initial investment and just pass it on to the next coin that you think could pump but hasn't yet. Don't lose your entire position in solid cryptocurrencies. Again, for us, it's definitely at least Bitcoin. And take your profits from highly speculative coins and tuck them away into more fundamentally solid coins. Another question?
Yeah, Dan Cryptid said, what do you think is healthy with a risky position, like 1 to 10% of your total crypto portfolio?
I keep it to 1% or less.
Yeah, for sure, 1%.
Yeah.
That's what I do. But everybody else is different.